All right, guys, welcome back to the Crypto Boys. Joe P here with you for another Harmony update. You guys are asking us all about Harmony and their new recovery plan. Well, there's more information out, so stick around for the whole video. You're going to like what you see. Before I even start reading stuff, what I do want to tell you is there is a lot to digest here. There's a lot of stuff that's way over a lot of people's head. I'm going to try to break it down so it makes sense to you and it makes sense to me of what we can expect from Harmony moving forward in the future. Okay, here we go. Harmony Bridge recovery plan as of September 29th. This is what we got going on here. New update. We are proposing a 0% minting strategy. We already talked about that. Awesome. Love to see it. That's great. This actual little article doesn't really tell us too much. I'm going to click over to the recovery proposal here in a minute. This just kind of gives a brief outline of, what Harmony is, what they do, how good they are, how fast they are, the transaction fees, all that other good stuff. Kind of what happened. It gives a little bit of a background. If you're watching this video, you probably already know about the background and what actually happened. So I'm not going to read this article specifically, but it does talk about their partnership here, which is very important. Right here, we want to thank the Recovery One team for their efforts to gather community participation and their recommendations on next steps. We will be working with them as our primary partner to steer and execute the recovery grant program. We'll be working with DeFi partners who affect the active organization like Recovery One. So this is going to be their partner moving forward. Let's look at what they have to say. Here they are. Clearly they're new. Okay, so this is something that's interesting to me. Only 950 followers. They are brand spanking new, basically just designed for this specific process. So I don't expect them to have a ton of followers as of right now, but I am watching what they are doing. If you scroll all the way back to the beginning of them tweeting stuff, they have not been around for a long time. They just basically filled it with a bunch of information to make it look like it's kind of a little bit busier than it actually is, but it doesn't matter because this is the important part, their official announcement. Okay, so we're going to dive right on into this to the community. Recovery One Foundation would like to announce the vote has unanimously passed with 137 million wrap one with yes out of the total 177 million supply at snapshot. This is the link and what it comes down to. We would like to announce the vote. Let's look at the vote. Here's the vote. All right. Yes, 137 million, just like they said, which is over 99%. And the no said less than 1 million right there. So clearly they are correct. Pretty much unanimous there. So the unanimous vote passed for the adoption of the community proposal. Now, this is the interesting part here. Let's go to the community proposal. This is the nuts and bolts of this actual article and this actual video. There is a ton here. So the gist of it is that the Governance Foundation represents DPEG token holders and the Harmony community. Our mission is the recovery of depegged assets and strengthening of the Harmony ecosystem through community governed actions. Now, the question is, how the heck are they going to do that? Because that is a huge goal and it needs to be accomplished in a relatively quick fashion. So they've laid it all out for us of how they're going to do that. Below is a list of commitments to the community that validators, developers, ecosystem partners, and the 16 community proposals are seeking from Harmony. We ask that Harmony Foundation accept all of these. I'm not going to read them. I'm not going to read everything in this article. The Crypto Boys read our articles. We do our research, and we present you the information. This is how they're going to do it. The recovery token. Now, the recovery token on how it's minted and created is kind of interesting, so we'll pull it up in a second. But the proposal solution offers DPEG tokens in exchange for wrap one tokens, which the user can redeem on a smart contract for the full value of one at the end of a 3-year basically lockup period and earn 15% return as staking rewards in one from the exact same period. So if you stake this for 3 whole years consecutively, you're going to get all of your one back and you're going to get a little bit in interest for doing the staking, which is awesome. This is the smart contract. Now, it's really cumbersome to read and look at, but if we pull over in a second, kind of like a visual diagram that they created, it makes a little bit more sense. Let's just do that right now. It just makes way more sense to do that. Okay, so here is phase 1 of staking, unstaking DPEG tokens. So you're the user. Basically, all you have to do, you stake your wrapped one, you get it, you mint it, it unstakes it. There's a long minty process of what goes on here. Some of it goes to the community, some of it goes to the governance, some of it goes to the validators. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but clearly they have it all marked out here. It's a 3-year period of exactly how this is going to proceed, and by the end of that three-year period, they should have taken all of the wrapped one tokens that were originally pegged on there and now depegged, and taken those out and then added back in the exact equivalent, but it takes time. It's the 3-year thing. This is exactly like we've been talking about with Voyager, if they can do this with their assets. As hopefully the bull run goes up within the next 3 years, the value of this is going to go up as well. So they do take into account the valuation change with time as well. All right, so kind of confusing, but is what it is. We'll continue to move on here. How do you redeem it? Well, there's a couple different ways that you can redeem it. If you want, you can pull that bad boy out right away within the first 30 days. You're only going to get about 50% of it. Clearly, you're not going to get your 100%. You could wait sometime between the first 30 days and the first 3 years. You can swap it. You can do other things, but you're only going to get about 33%. So that you might as well just hang on to it for the additional 3 years if you're planning on this taking off and continuing to progress, which we do think it's going to. So the 3-year mark, that's when you'll get your 1-to-1. All you got to do is wait for your wrapped one versus your one. You will get it all back if it makes it through this bear market. So it goes on to discuss a couple examples and other impacts into the ecosystem and things like that. Here's that contract we were just talking about a little bit ago. We're showing you. Now, a couple things I do want to talk about. Supplemental plans, they have other options or other ideas, ones they're not going to take into account. We've already talked about this. The Harmony hard fork, they're saying we're not doing that. I looked into a couple of these as well, actually all of them, and I think clearly they've decided on the correct one. So take a peek at those if you guys want. Just some things to note here. The Recovery One team, these are the people. If you got problems, these are the people right here. Go to their Telegram, go message them, talk to them. Their names are plastered all over the place here, so clearly they're not scared or it's fake names. So that's good to know. Advisors, here we go. We got some people there. Tranquil, Stably, they posted about that maybe a couple weeks ago. Harmony, of course, a couple people on there. Guidance, opinions, and contributions. Hey, there's a couple names on here that we know. There's a little Cheeky Crypto. Love to see it. A couple other ones on there, of course. Big names. Harmony Community, of course. That's you guys. That's us. And everyone else. Curve, Ave, a couple other things. So pay attention to big names. They're the ones giving them their contributions and their opinions here of what we should be doing moving forward, because if they do the wrong thing, this is just going to crumble. This is going to be a mistake. Could the SEC consider Wrapped One tokens as a security? I'm not going to read you this whole thing, but basically no. No, it cannot. So that's always good to know that the SEC is not going to come after you for having this Wrapped One token and potentially trading it and utilizing it. So you can go ahead and read that if you want. You can discuss it. You can focus on it. If you have questions, drop comments below. That's why we're here. Great implementation. It doesn't piss a ton of people off. It's going to be helpful. It's going to take time, but guess what? Everything that's worthwhile takes time, so it doesn't really matter. What I will say, something that doesn't take time though, smash the like button. If you like these updates with Harmony, it helps us out a ton. Hit that little like button for us. Subscribe to the channel while you're at it. Hit the bell notifications for everything up to date with Harmony and everything with the Crypto Boys. The last little tidbit. What am I going to say about Harmony? Am I selling my Harmony? I'm sticking to the guns, baby. We're not selling anything Harmony. Why would we sell it when it's this far down? And now they have a plan. This might almost be a good time to start buying stuff. I'm not going to. I'm going to wait a little bit just to see how this starts to play out. We still got time in this bear market. I mean, it's not going to turn a corner just like that. We still got lots and lots of time down in this deep, dark depths. So hang on, just wait. And as always, thanks for rocking with the fittest crypto channel on YouTube. We're out.